Hello, high levelers. Rayo Daniel here. This video, I'm actually really excited about this video. It's going to be a combination of everything that has been recently released with the Saas Configurator. Now, if you're familiar with the Saas Configurator, it's available on the unlimited plans that Gohighlevel has, sort of the upper level plans. So there've been a couple of, well, not just a couple, several changes inside of the Saas Configurator, the Saas user interface, and I've already done a big video regarding the configurator, but it was sort of on the old style, and now I'm going to be doing a new one on this video that kind of goes over all the new features all in one rather than making separate videos for all of them. So I'm excited about this. To get started, it's going to be a little bit longer, hopefully not too long. But before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button. I always appreciate your support, and thank you so much. Excuse me, here we go. So here we are inside of the Saas Configurator. Now, for everybody that's not familiar, the Saas Configurator is an agency level tool. So the Saas Configurator is really what controls all your automation from all your onboarding of your clients. Now, one of the things that has limited the agency owners up to this point is the ability to only have 3 Saas plans. That's it. You've only had 3. And that's all you had to work with. Well, the first thing I want to introduce to you is right now, Gohighlevel has allowed you to create up to 20 Saas Configurator plans inside of the Saas tool. So that's awesome. So now we have a lot more breathing space to start creating custom plans and even doing some cool stuff like using plans for different brands that you may have. So it's pretty awesome, and it removes the limit of having to work with just 3 plans, and that's all that you have. So a couple things we need to talk about here. That's exciting. We're going to walk through how to add a plan and what that plan looks like. But before we kind of dive into that, let's take a quick look at just the new user interface. Now here you see a lot of things have been completely redesigned. We have the sort of standard, professional, and premium. Those were the 3 default plans. And if you take a look here, you always notice that these 3, even in this newer configuration, are listed as default. Now, I'm going to kind of get in what that means here in just a little bit. Just follow me. But right now, all the features that you get represented by these icons. So if you hover over it, you see that the standard plan has two-way text messaging, GMB messaging, web chat, and so forth and so on. Now, just from a high level, this shows you what they are and kind of shows you some of the information about it. But let's go ahead and dive into the edit details. Let's look at this on the inside because they have changed how this works and looks and how you configure things on the inside of the plan. So right here is where you can adjust the plan name and the plan description. Now, before I go any further here, one very important thing that Gohighlevel will put out throughout all of the configuration inside of the Saas Configurator is if you're making any changes to a Saas Configurator plan, you have to do it inside of Gohighlevel. Do not make any adjustments to these plans or delete any of these plans directly from your Stripe account. That will have unforetold problems throughout your account that you probably don't want to go through and deal with. So all the plans, if you want to delete a plan, then delete it and change it inside of Gohighlevel. So that's my huge warning for everything. That's a big no-no. So moving forward here, if we go to pricing, we can sit back and see that we can adjust the monthly and the annual plans. So you can set the price on these. So which means, you obviously set the monthly, but if somebody pays yearly, you might give them a month or more off if they want to buy the yearly plan. That's completely up to you. But you do need to put in a monthly and an annual plan because those are set up as 2 different products inside of Stripe. Now, one of the other exciting features that I'm going to show you here, and it's something that you can choose to implement or not, is user limits and contact limits inside of sub-accounts. This is actually a very cool feature. Now, Gohighlevel has always been unlimited everything. It's one of the things I love about the software platform than other platforms is even the very lowest $97 plan that they have right now has unlimited contacts, unlimited websites, unlimited funnels, unlimited everything, unlimited storage inside of the media library. So all of that's given to you. I mean, there's no reason for you not to be successful using this tool. But Gohighlevel has also gotten some feedback that it would be nice if agency owners had the option to create plans with, out of these 20 plans, maybe you want to start creating now some more limiting plans. Because before, as an agency owner, you can never limit the amount of users somebody can create. You didn't even have that option because it was all unlimited. Now that you can create a plan, you can go through and set that plan with 1 user, 3 users, 10 users. So it gives you a lot more flexibility, and with contact limits allows you to set certain limits, which, if somebody wants to go in on a lower plan, if they have a lot of users on their big, maybe they have a big team, they have to buy a better plan. Like they have to upgrade to a higher plan in order to get the higher user limits, if that's the way you want to set it up. The cool thing about it is you don't have to implement it. These things are turned off by default, but you can turn it on, and now you have the option of limiting how many users and how many contacts are on this particular plan that you're configuring. Now, If somebody upgrades or downgrades, which are possibilities depending upon if you let them upgrade or downgrade inside of high level. Most of the times people do, but and I'll show you where those settings are inside of the Saas Configurator. But if you allow them to upgrade or downgrade, then all of these changes take effect. So if they downgrade to a plan that only allows 5 users, well, then now they're going to be stuck if they have more than 5 users. So that could be a reason for them to keep on the upgraded plan. So anyway, I just think it's a really cool feature. And just to kind of give you another heads up, here's the warning. Please do not delete these products inside of your Stripe account. So that's the warning I already gave you earlier. Hey, real quick, guys, if you're looking to start your own software company, then click on my free course in the link below. I'm going to teach you 8 ways that you can start your own software company very easily with no money out of pocket, no experience, and absolutely no tech skills. Check it out. Click the link below, and let's get back to the video. There's the pricing. Now the features are just simply click to turn on or click to turn off. So that's kind of how they work. So here is the standard plan. These are the kind of features that you get. If you wanted to offer the CRM, for instance, notice it is not highlighted here. You would have to click on the CRM. Notice that then it turns blue in this configurator. And then now the CRM is now added to this plan. So I'm going to turn that off because that's not the way I have it set up here. Even though, this is my account that I'm dealing with, I don't want to mess it up. So I just want to show you how these things work. But these are all the new features. And if you're using Saas, I would have to highly recommend that you go in there and update this because there have been some updated features. For instance, if you look here, notice that you have proposals and estimates. That was a feature that was just recently added here within the last few months. So now that is an option underneath the Saas Configurator. If it wasn't before, now you need to make sure that you add that proposals or estimates to whatever plan you want to have. So you might want to revisit this with all the new features just to let them know, like for instance, communities. Communities is new too. At what point do you want to include these features inside of your plans? So there have been some new things pop up, but basically click to turn on, click to turn off. Trials and balances. If you want to, you can activate a trial period and have a 7, 14-day or however many trial period you want. You can configure that here by just turning it on, setting up the period of the number of days. I don't on this. I don't have a trial period. You buy into it, you get it, and boom, you start being charged right away. But if you wanted to, you can turn that on. That's an available feature. Now, having credits. Credits are the ability to give, with this platform, texting, phone calls, emails, those other features, some of the workflow premium things, some of those other features that High Level has do have a charge to it. Like if you want to use the AI tools, the AI text creation, the AI image creation, all of that stuff has a cost to it. Now, you can, depending on the usage of your client, you can give them so much credit on this particular plan. So it could be a $10 credit, 20 or even a $50 credit, which is enough for them to operate and do a lot of the stuff that they normally do, but on high volumes, once they exceed that, whatever you set up for their limit each month, that the complimentary credit, once they go above that, then they will be charged directly for that. So that's pretty cool. But one of the other cool things I like that they've added here recently is upon the credits. Now, if you do reoccurring credits, so you can do a one-time, like, hey, I'm going to give you $50 once you sign up and use it to whenever it's done, and then you're finished. So that's the one-time credit right here. The reoccurring credits are, I'm going to give you $20 every month. When your plan renews, you get a new $20 credit. Now, here's the cool thing. If you want to turn it on, you don't have to, but this little option right here, that says, let me move it over so my body's not in the way, roll unused complimentary credits to the next month. So if you wanted to, if they only use $10 of their $20 credit, you can move that $10 to the next month. And now they have $30 the next month. So you could do that if you want to or not. You would just turn that off here. And then once you configure it, then you would simply adjust the amount here. Let me see if I can move myself over. So you can see this. So this value right here is what you would sit back and add for your credit. You would just simply put in $20, not 120, $20 credit. So you do this and you just click Save Changes, and now that plan gets $20 in credit every month. So I am not doing that. I'm just going to turn that back off. That wasn't a part of this plan. And then finally, rebilling. Rebilling is one of the most valuable reasons why you would want to go to the Agency Pro plan. The Agency Pro plan is the $497 plan. It is only a few $100 more than $297, and don't get me on this subject. I tell people all the time, just skip the $297 plan. If you're doing this, start at the $97 plan. The new plan that they've just implemented several months ago allows you to have 3 sub-accounts on the $97 plan, so you can have your own business, and you can actually get 2 clients on the $97 plan before you have to upgrade. Now, here's the thing. If you do this right and you charge people enough money, like $297 a month for each plan, $297, let's just round up and call it $600. $600 is more than enough now to cover the $497 plan. So I would not ever recommend going to the $297 plan for it, there's just too many things that you have to do manual. The 497, the Mac Daddy, the Cadillac, the best of all, Agency Pro plans allows you to have the most flexibility, automation, and just well, that's it. Just automation out of all the plans, and that's the one I recommend. And you get rebilling as a consequence of that. I mean, you don't get rebilling on the 297 plan. Now, what is rebilling? If you don't know, there are several premium features inside of High Level that you can charge extra for. So phone, text, email. Those are the three that really started them out. So right now, if you take a look here, these are some of the adjustments that you can have. Like here's the phone system over to the left. Here we see there's the phone system is what we're doing. So I've got phone system reselling on. If we take a look at the slider goes from like 1 all the way to 10. I've got it currently at 3 times, which means that whatever I'm being billed as the agency owner, I'm charging my client 3 times that amount. Now I can make that 4, 5, 8. I can go up to 10 times that amount here. So if I go all the way up, notice 10 times is the limit that I can do, but I'm just going to leave it here at 3. Now doing that, if you look at this particular chart, this kind of tells you what you're looking at. You're being charged this much money, 0.014, for making calls. You charge the customer 0.042, $10 a month in a credit, for instance. If you give them $10 a month, they're allowed to make 240 phone calls for $10. And then your profit, you're making 0.028 cents per minute that they're making phone calls. So rebilling really adds up when you get a lot of customers using the system over and over for phone calls and text messaging and emails every day. Now, this is just one option. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will mention them here. I'll blow it up and let you look at it. Premium triggers and actions. These are a new feature in the workflows that you can sit back and you can have premium options that you can use in your workflow, and then they charge you per execution of the workflow. LC email verification, that's sort of self-explanatory. Content AI, workflow AI, conversation AI, email resell settings, and then reviews AI is the newest one. If you don't check my channel's video for that one, that has to do with your review management, your reputation management on that one. But these are the different areas that you're allowed to rebill, and those just keep going up and up as High Level seems to be getting more features. So that's really good for the agency owners because now you're able to charge not a huge amount, but just a little bit more every month, and you're kind of making that. And this is like, for instance, free money. This is just like free money that you're getting from your clients every time they use the system. Now, if you're giving them credits or not giving them credits, that factors into how much you make, but you're making money off your clients every single month they're using the High Level system because the 487 plan is automatically charging them not only for the plan amount, but they're charging them for also all of the billing that they had for that particular period for text, emails, and so forth that they've utilized. So once you configure this in the SaaS plan, this is all that you have to do. And once you do that, the SaaS plan are finally configured. Now, let me talk a little bit about this. This is a new thing that has popped up for those people that don't know. These are things called categories. Now, looks like right now, just try to think about this. High Level figured we're going to be doing 20 plans. Okay, that's a lot of plans. So now, do you want to have those 20 plans visible to all of your clients? Think about that. So if they go into their account and they want to upgrade their account, how many plans do you want each customer type to see? Do you want them to see 2 plans, 1 plan? Like by default, it was 3, the standard, premium, and pro and premium. So those are the 3 plans that they can upgrade or downgrade to. Well, you need to have some kind of a container that moving forward, if you create a SaaS account with this plan has to have upgrade and downgrade paths for your clients to choose from. Now, High Level has implemented categories as a way to segment or box or to frame, however you want to call it, these plans into certain areas or certain sort of silos. So if you create a category and you put plans in that category, and then you take one of those plans and assign it to to one of your clients, then all they will be able to see on the upgrade and downgrade plans, when they go to upgrade or downgrade, they'll only be able to see the plans within that category. Now, the category by default, and I'm using that as a pun here, is default. So you already have a default category. This is one that's already created for the 3 plans that were already by default inside of High Level. So now that you've got that, you can create additional categories to put some of these other 20 plans in, or if you already have 3, then you get 17 more on this one. But now you can put them into different categories and see how, and label those as, you could be using standard, pro and premium. You can use the same thing. You can call them whatever you want for this. So let's take a look and just kind of see how this works out here. So if we click on add a plan, we need to give it a plan name. So I'm just going to call it standard plan, just for lack of a better name. Or, let's just say your niche are, chiropractor. So you do chiro standard plan, something like that maybe. You need to give it a description. So you just kind of tell it, what it is, give it a description. Now this description is going to be used most likely inside of the product feature, inside of your funnel. Whenever you load that particular product from Stripe into your funnel to sell it on your funnel automation, that sort of description will come along with the product and will show up on the order form most likely. So right now you'll click next, select a category. Now I've already created another category here, so just to let you know, but there's default, which if you wanted to, you can add this to default. But if you wanted to, you can simply add it to, I call it agency brand 2, because sometimes people, they might want to rebrand or do something like that with a different brand name and create a different plan for that brand. Then they can completely use a different category. But if we do, let's just say if we do default, I'm going to go back and do this. But notice if I choose default, now I get these, you see, I get the 3 plans that are in here, and then I get this Cairo plan. Now, if I wanted to, I can move this plan up anywhere in the sequence. Typically you want to, probably put it somewhere where it's priced accordingly. But right now, by default, this will be a part of the default plan, which means anybody that's currently on this standard, professional, or premium, they will now see an upgrade option once we get finished to the Cairo standard plan. In there, when they go to their settings and billing and go up, there's a little area to upgrade or downgrade your plan inside of there. And again, I'll show you where those settings are. But now you can add a 4th plan to your existing default if you wanted to. But let's just say you don't want to do that. You want to do something different. You want to just set it up as agency brand number 2. So now this is the only plan that's inside of the category. So if you assign this plan to a client, they will not have any other options to choose from other than this one, because this is the only plan that you see in here. Hopefully you get the idea of how categories are used and how they can segment things. So we're just going to leave it as this. We're going to click next. Pricing, this is where we can sit back and have, if we want to have a $9.97 plan, and then I think what is a yearly plan. Let's just say we do 12 months. We give them a month free. So we'll do 10, 9, 6, 7. So that would be the yearly cost for it. If we wanted to, we could impose user limits for this account. 50 users, 20 users, 80 users, whatever we want, as well as a contact limit. So you could do that if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that here. Next. So now we get the feature. Now, of course, we can add the snapshot. The snapshot is always a nice thing to have attached, because if you know here, like for instance, if somebody's going to load this plan, then you can come here and add a snapshot and then use the snapshot that you've already built. I'm just going to pick one here, just this one here. It doesn't really matter, but I can add a snapshot to this account creation, and then whenever this account or somebody purchases this plan, not only will the Saas Configurator create their sub-account automatically, not only will it create their user account automatically, it'll email them the user account information, and all of this can be done automatically through a funnel without you ever being involved. And it'll take the snapshot that you configure here on this screen and apply it to their account. So you have all of the logic, you have all of the workflows, all of the email sequences, everything that you want them to have. They have that set up in their account already, and boom, they're off to the races and they can get going. So that's a great thing to have. Here, you can see all of these options are selected. If we wanted to, we might as well just choose communities, because it's not selected anyway. Excuse me. So here we got everything if we wanted to. If we not, we could just simply start pushing off things and say, nope, we don't want any of this stuff here. It's completely up to you. That's how you would simply select it or deselect it. You can always go in and change it later. So here are the trials and credits. This is where you can activate the trial period, give them a credit if you want to. So I'm going to say no trial period and no credits. We're not giving them any kind of default credits. Next, here is the rebilling area. We can go through all of these particular screens and choose what rebilling we want for this particular plan. So keep this in mind. This is where it's awesome, because now you don't have to use the same rebilling method as you did on the default categories. Do you see what I mean? So now you're in a different category. You can change all the rebilling. Before, you might choose 3 for the other one. This could be 5 or 8, depending on what it is, because this particular Saas Configurator plan can be used for a different industry. If you're targeting a different niche, for instance. So the default could be for one niche. Another category could be for another niche that you have, and these plans are set up differently with different credits, costs, and rebilling and things like that. It's just an example of how you can segment things depending upon how you want to run your business. And then last but not least, once you go through all of these, choose all of them and enable whatever you want to rebuild them for all of these. You just click finish and your plan is done. Now I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to mess up the configurator. But that's how you walk through and get all of this stuff finished. So very nice. I think they kudos to the Gohighlevel team for really making this a nice user interface, more like a wizard style. Click next, choose this, click next, move forward. So very easy, very straightforward to configure. Now, let's look at this tab up here called Advanced Settings. So right now in the Advanced Settings, this is where you can come in here and you can sit back and say suspend sub account with SaaS subscription. This was actually enabled several months ago. So if you have this turned on, all that means is that if something ever happens with the billing on this one, that you can suspend their account immediately if their credit card fails. Now, this is so sweet on the $497 plan. Just think about this. You have a credit card on file and you're billing them every single month. So with this turned on, with this suspend sub account, their credit card goes down or runs out, maybe the date, they need to renew it or something like that, or there's a problem. Then this says to the system, suspend their account. All users cannot log in. They get a different login screen that says click here to reestablish your connection. And I can't show you that here on this screen, but they get a little button on the screen that says click here to sort of put in your different credit card or update your credit card. And then they could fix their own credit card problem right there at login. And then they fix it, they get billed, and then the suspension is removed, and then they're allowed to log back into their account. All of this without ever contacting your office, which is beautiful. Beautiful. Kudos to Gohighlevel for that. Now, for this one, some of the other things that you could turn on is allow your sub-account admins to upgrade their subscription and cancel their subscription. So you can do that if you want to. You can allow them to upgrade for it. But if you allow, maybe you want to have this turned off so that if they want to cancel their subscription, then they have to contact the office and talk to you, versus just being able to do it automatically. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and leave this on because I just think that's a great feature. If they do cancel, you'll get notified and things like that they canceled, and then you can contact them and so forth. So next super great feature, customize welcome emails. This is one thing that we never had the ability for. So let me kind of paint a picture. You have a funnel with your SaaS plans configured. The person goes to your funnel. They choose what plan that they want. They click next. They choose next. They follow all the way through your funnel. The SaaS configurator charges their credit card, puts them in SaaS mode, creates their account, creates their user account admin, emails a user account admin. Now, the email part is where I want to stop and hold on this particular scenario. The email part is where you never got to customize that. That email was all done behind the scenes, and you never got to see what it looked like, customize it, or brand it, or anything, because you just were not able to. Now you are. Perfect. Kudos to Gohighlevel again. So here you can customize your welcome email. Now I've already opened this up, but let me kind of explain what you're going to see initially. You have to turn this feature on, and when you turn it on, what it's going to ask you for, it's going to ask you to choose one sub account, primarily whatever your sub account, your business sub account is. Choose whatever that account is, and there will be a folder created inside of the email template for that sub account where this email customization template will reside, because it needs to reside somewhere in a sub account. But you, when you initially set it up, get to choose what sub account that is. I don't know how that works if you ever want to change it. I really don't know about that, but this is where it is. You have to pick a sub account. Once it's there, then you get the ability to use these buttons. So right now we're going to click on View. This is the default email that goes out. Again, not very pretty, but you can customize and do whatever you want to this. So this is just what it looks like. And here I'm going to go ahead and click Customize Now. All this is going to do, it's going to go to that sub account that you specified. It's going to open up that email template that's inside of a folder, and I'll show you what it looks like here. And then it gives you just the email builder. So now you can simply use the builder, change your logo. You can put in anything that you want here for the user first name. If you want to leave that there, you want to bold the first name, make it look pretty, put some additional blocks in here. One thing I would recommend is to simply customize this. If you look here, it looks like the default on this one is app.gohighlevel.com, which is a no-no. If you have a white label system, you want to make sure that your white label URL link is here so that they don't go to app.gohighlevel.com and log in, because then the branding won't be there. The branding will be Gohighlevel's, and when they log in, they'll be like, what happened? It doesn't look the same as what I remember. So this right here is just a way for you to customize and put your white label link in there. Customize it, put everything else in here, get it ready, get it looking pretty. When you do, you can save it, and then now on account creation for any of your SaaS plans, that email is the one that gets sent out. So kudos, super cool that they allowed you to do that. As a matter of fact, let me pop into the sub account where this is created. I just want to show you, if you go under email templates, you notice that there's a folder. This is what it's called. Do not edit SaaS Configurator template. So that's the folder that gets created. And then if you go inside the folder, this is the new email template. But like it says, do not edit. Do not edit this. I don't know what will happen if you edit it here in the editor, but if you want to edit this email, do it in the settings that we just went through and edit it there. Don't edit it directly here, because I don't know the consequences of what would happen. But the folder and the email template has to reside in a sub account that's within your system. So pop back over here to this. Let me look at my notes and make sure I didn't miss anything here. There's a lot of stuff going on, which is pretty cool. No, I think that's about it. So hopefully this is a really good overview of the SaaS Configurator, the new look, the feel. How do you do everything? how you go in if you want to, just go in there, and if you ever want to move, move a plan from one category to another. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's probably some way of doing that, but you want to think about that, because if you start moving plans, that could really start messing things up, and I'm not sure if that would even be allowed. But right now, I know this stuff is still pretty new, and it's just coming out. People are just beginning to use it, so we'll have to see where High Level goes. They're always very good at just keeping up with new features, new releases, coming up with cool ways to incentivize the agency owner to make money. So, guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope you got some value out of it. So, for the Saas Configurator plan, if you're looking to do this, if you have not signed up for High Level, use my link below. I am a High Level affiliate. I do get credit for you signing up, but I have tons of bonuses for you to make sure that you're successful when you sign up if you use my link below in the description. Now, if you learned something from the video, please click the like button, comment, hey, great video. If you have any questions about stuff, throw them in the comments. I make it a point. I only do it maybe once a week, but I try to make it a point to at least go in there no more than once every week to answer all the comments, to respond and reply, because I do want to engage with you. I do want to provide you some value in the videos I create. But guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button. Get other people to subscribe. I'm looking to grow this channel. Hook me up. I appreciate your support. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking to learn more about the Gohighlevel system, platform, and maybe you even want to start your own software as a service company, click on the description below. I offer a free course, and this course goes over all the things you would need to know regarding High Level. I even teach you 8 ways that you can make money with the High Level system with no experience, no tech skills, and no money out of pocket. Check out my link in the description below, and have a great day.